Separated by cosmic cabinets, it's just me today on the Break Room Arcade discussing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, joined by the lovely RogersBase
What's going on, everybody? RogersBase here.
and the lovely ConMenRDW.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dave from ConMenRDW here.
And I also want to point out something real quick. I'm going to take over very briefly. I want to point out how cool it is that since the last time I was on Break Room Arcade, you and ConMen have now linked up because this man is the one who interviewed me and Etika at C2E2. And right after you guys interviewed us, I did the Break Room Arcade thing.
Was it really that close?
It was right afterwards. It was literally, I think it was April or May we did it because it was a Nintendo Direct. Yeah, it was right afterwards. Yeah.
When timelines cross over, man.
Seriously, it's weird. It's like this is Infinity War, just like the ending for the World of Light thing with all the Nintendo characters.
Well, I was gonna
like your no, keep going. You can go.
Before you pointed that out, I was going to point out that we're all Northern Illinois Midwest homeboys.
We are. I'm originally from Chicago. Yeah. I technically grew up in Homewood Flossmoor, so just south of the city. But yeah, I mean, I started my channel when I was in Chicago, so there you go.
And I'm about an hour west from there, so we all have the same roots, we all have the same interests, and that's how these things happen.
That's it.
So, guys, I don't know if you've been on the internet recently, but there was some kind of Super Smash Brothers thing that happened this week. Seems pretty small time, but I figured we might as well talk about it since we're here. Holy wow! I'm still reeling from that direct. I've probably watched it 5 or 6 times front to back now because I mean I've watched a lot of reactions too, and if you add all those little bits that I've watched, you get full directs, including yours, Roger.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I greatly appreciate you watching all my live reactions. It's very nice.
I love it. So, really quick, I just want to jump right into the impressions of the character roster with you guys, because that seems to be one of the most hotly debated things about the Direct as of right now. Roger, I'll throw it your way first.
All right, well, this is something that maybe people aren't going to like to hear, but I talked about this on Japan Time. Now we can reveal this. Me and Shofu have known about Incineroar since E3. So we have a source who would have known about this for a long time, and we very much trust this person. And so he was the one who told us that Incineroar was in the game. And so we weren't going to be like, oh, he's definitely in the game, because, you know, we felt that would be kind of weird to say that as far back as E3. But now that it's come out, I wasn't surprised at all by Incineroar, but I was very happy that our source was correct, that basically we were right about our source and that this guy actually knew what he was talking about. And yeah, I mean, Incineroar is an awesome choice for a Pokemon to throw in there. And because I knew Incineroar was in the game, I wasn't fully on board with the Grinch leak stuff. Obviously, we talked about it on Japan Time, and I would have done a video on it had I not been sick that week after I got back from Chicago. But I was kind of like leaning towards it being real. It was so believable to me that I was like, you know what? Actually, maybe my source was wrong. Maybe Incineroar is not in the game. But sure enough, you know, Incineroar was in it. I thought it was kind of funny that they show Ken first. So you have that glimmer of hope of the Grinch leak being real. And then all of a sudden, Incineroar comes in and dashes your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that, how, like, you were pretty much the main person that I've heard of that was, like, pretty much just dead set. Like, Incineroar is going to be in this game. Right. I am 99% sure that Incineroar is going to be in. But, like, talking about the characters, though, like, I like how pretty much Sakurai and the way this direct went. The first thing we got was the Ken trailer. Yeah. And then straight out of that, it was like everyone's thinking, oh, okay, so there's still potential. And then right when Incineroar happened, everyone was just like, oh, it's done. It's over with. The Grinch leak is dead. Grinch leak's dead.
The Grinch leak is like the first, fake leak that, I was really unsure about since the ESRB leak for Smash 4. I remember being one of the few people with the ESRB leak that just said, this has to be real. I don't see how this could be fake.
That was us on Japan Time. Everybody else was like, you guys are wrong. There's no way this is real. It's just Little Mac put over Shulk. But we were like, no, man, this is Little Mac put this over is Shulk. Real. Yeah.
I've seen this. I mean, we've all seen the response on the internet. There's a lot of, loud commentary about how upset people are that the Grinch leak wasn't real.
Yeah.
One of the things that I had been saying while all this was happening was that, the Grinch leak, whether it was true or fake, was going to be incredibly damaging to the reception of the coming direct, regardless if it was real or fake.
Unfortunately.
because everyone was just gonna base the direct off of that. But
yeah, and I still see so many people who, put so much stock in the Grinch leak, and I understand the disappointment that comes with that. Like, I was looking forward to Isaac possibly being in the game, but I don't think that's a reason to kind of shut down on the whole experience, because there is a good direct underneath all of that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So for everyone who is disappointed, my heart's out for you. I understand. I've been there. But give Sakurai a chance. He's put a lot of work into this.
I will say though that, and we talked about this a little bit on Josh's, that I literally just finished recording before I hopped on with you guys. I think the direct could have been a little better paced. I think we didn't need to spend 8 minutes on spirits mode. I do think there were really cool things in that direct. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously the adventure mode was awesome. We'll talk about the World of Light thing a little later. The character reveals are fantastic. Even getting small stuff like how you could play basically with all the different languages. You just switch it on and off. So if you don't like voice, screw it. Just use the Japanese voice. That was cool. But laying out all the stuff with the online and laying out all the stuff with spirits mode and not even really laying it out in a way that was clear. Like, so many people Josh was even confused. He didn't know if spirits was the
spirits mode had me just,
No, I was to clarify, it is spirits, which you could play with your friends, and, you get the new spirits and you unlock them and you basically go through and fight the other spirits, and then you can use them for yourself and you level them up. That's a separate mode under the spirits umbrella on the main menu. But then World of Light, which is the adventure mode, is also under spirits. So when you click spirits on the main menu, that'll open up the World of Light adventure mode. But those are two completely separate things. Spirits is not adventure mode.
Spirits is like the umbrella term for everything underneath that menu.
Events, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like, it feels to me like the umbrella term for single player content.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about spirits, let's talk about what we think about it, honestly. I think from my impressions, it looks like it's basically part gacha / mobile game where they basically took the stickers from Subspace and then made it all into a single event mode thing, and then Sakurai, pretty much to justify it, other than trophies take a lot of work to put in the game, he was also here's some heavy lore to layer on top of that.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, I guess, okay, I see you.
You mentioned the gacha mechanic of that.
Yeah.
I know you can spend some of your spirits to create new ones. When I saw that, I was under the impression that there was spirit recipes that created spirits, and not so much that it was gacha. Am I wrong about that?
You are wrong. Yeah, okay. I think it is something where you collect all the different spirits, and then you can level them up, and some of them might turn into other spirits if they awaken. So they showed, I think it was a Dixie Kong spirit, right? And then it turned into
and then it evolved
into
Dixie Kong. And Kitty, yeah.
But there was the summon mechanic.
But the summon mechanic is not you can just throw the other spirits together and get a new spirit, but it's not like a recipe thing.
Okay, so it's completely random.
Totally random.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also seems like there's gonna be multiple ways you can get spirits. You can probably do the events in spirits where you fight the spirit that's taking over a character, and then once you beat the character, then you can get the spirit, which is where that spirit gun thing literally came from. And then you can get that, and then also in World of Light, you can probably just fight the characters in that and then get the spirits from that. Then you can use that in the spirits mode. Then you can grind up those spirits, then have them go out, probably find more. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that's really intricate in this, which is why I'm it's kind of like a mobile game where you're micromanaging the spirits instead of just straight up just playing through basic events and stuff. So that's going to be a very interesting thing to see how people get involved in that.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I like mobile games. I have played the hell out of Dragalia Lost and Fire Emblem Heroes. I love those games. So for me, I like mobile games. And to me, Smash Tour was a massive disappointment in Smash Wii U.
Oh,
so,
yeah, for me too.
Despite how they laid it out in this direct, despite it being kind of boring and they took 8 minutes to explain it, I think when the game actually comes out, I'll probably really enjoy this. I like RPG mechanics where you grind up things. They showed the affinity charts for the World of Light mode.
Oh, yeah.
Briefly see, I love that kind of stuff. My most played game on my Switch, I almost said Wii U, but my most played game on my Switch is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And all of the different affinity mechanics of Xenoblade 2, the cores where you pull the cores and then potentially it's a random core, but you get a good, blade out of it. All that kind of stuff. Even the Merc missions. You basically have Merc missions in this
really,
where you send out your spirit. It's exactly the same as Xenoblade. So for me, you're taking Xenoblade mechanics and gacha mechanics and combining them with event mode and stickers and trophies and all this stuff that used to just be its own thing in Smash Brothers, and turning it into one interesting, deep mode. I just
in the
think,
long
like I said,
run.
they laid it out too boringly.
Leon
I think
in
it was
the
just too boring.
chat is mentioning that the during the direct when he was talking about summoning, the Micaiah spirit required a Soth spirit core, a grab core, and something else. So there might be like a generic recipe that gives you the chance at that.
Okay, interesting. I did not know that.
But in regards to spirits as a whole, you know, some people are upset that trophies are gone. I'm willing to level with Sakurai and say that's a lot of work. But he said that there's a lot of spirits, or implied that there's a huge amount. And the impression I get from that is to kind of make spirits kind of an evergreen mode. Not something that you're actually going to maybe be able to collect all of, but something that you can constantly work at over the years, playing Smash Brothers, build your collection. And they might even shadow drop spirits via updates as the game goes on.
Yeah,
I could see them doing
DLC,
that.
I could definitely see them, like, they have the DLC packs with music and stages and characters. I could easily see them, like you said, shadow drop some spirits from those franchises that are introduced via DLC just into the game afterwards. So,
or as like new games come out next year, like Metroid Prime, Yoshi, Pokemon, they just add new spirits as free DLC. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I could see that.
So,
but I would like to see in the long run how many people like actually stick with the spirits mode, because I feel like one of the reasons they probably dropped like Smash Run, Smash Tour, and like maybe a couple other like bulky single player modes. Even Stadium seems to be gone. I'm not sure if it's actually there, but I want to know like what the retention is on this compared to Smash, because they put so much extra work into it, and they were just putting so much emphasis on just multiplayer and Smash completely until now. They're probably just like, more people care about multiplayer than that. So then let's just do that, and then this is for the people who actually care about single-player experiences. So I'd like to see in the long run how much people stick with this.
I'm a little worried about spirits, at least in terms of how everyone will receive it, because like you talked about how Josh was confused. If people are confused when Sakurai is sitting there and, you know, detailing every little aspect of spirits, I don't see how your common player who's maybe not used to that kind of stuff is going to be able to figure all of that out. So I don't know that it's super accessible at this point, at least in a general sense. I think, like, you know, picking some spirits using the recommended button and then having a spirit battle, I think anybody can do that. But getting into the nitty-gritty of it, I don't know that everyone will be as receptive. Or
hopefully they just have lots of really simplistic tutorials, like as soon as you get into that mode and stuff like that. And also they don't
even need a tutorial. They can just be like, go watch that direct, the 8-minute long explanation of this.
True.
That's all they need. For me, I think I'll be really into spirits, or I could see myself being really into spirits until I beat World of Light. And then I will probably never. I think like I'll probably be really into it while I'm playing the adventure mode, because I want to level up like my favorite characters and make them spirits and connect them. But this is maybe just speaking to how I am as a player. It's like when I get a really cute girl in Fire Emblem or in like Dragalia, I want to level them up as much as I can. And then I never really end up using anybody else. So for me in Spirits mode, I feel like it's going to be this thing where I'll get my Camilla spirit from Fire Emblem. I'll get my goofy Rhythm Heaven spirit or whatever. I'll get one of my favorite Metal Gear characters, and I'll implement the 3 of them, and I'll build them up. And those will be my spirits, and then I'll probably not build up anybody else. But I'll like max out their affinity. I'll max out those characters. But who knows? I mean, if they end up adding in lots of bizarre, weird, goofy characters from the past, which it looks like they have been in the little bit we saw in the direct. They had like the Stunt Race FX characters that Andre always talks about in Game Explained.
He got his wish.
I mean, they were just like Captain Rainbow was in there a little bit. Shantae was in there. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I think you kind of hit it right on the head with people are just going to pick the spirits that they like, but I'm getting the impression that it's kind of built with that in mind, you know?
Yeah.
Sakurai and the team knows that there's so many there, people are going to have their favorites, they're going to stick to those. There should be something for everybody, ideally. One thing I want to bring up, though, is the dashboard button. Like, I think you hit ZR and the dashboard appears on the right. There is a spirits icon, and that's pretty big for me, honestly. Something that takes so much micromanaging. Usually I'll fall off of that pretty quick if it's hard to actually get into the menu and then eventually get to where I want to be. But if it's easily accessible via the dashboard button, I think I could see myself playing with this for at least a few months before falling off.
Good.
So since we're already on spirits, let's just segue really quick into World of Light, because that's honestly the thing that everyone is talking about all over the place.
So good.
I'm sad I wasn't able to record my live reaction. We had Logan doing the live reaction because, unfortunately, Paul and I had to work at the time. Early stream, so it makes sense. But
of course,
I was watching it at work, and Sakurai shadow drops the idea of the adventure mode right before the direct ends, and I start watching that trailer, and I kid you not, once I saw Kirby flying away on the Warp Star, I started crying. Tears were streaming down.
Good.
I wanted adventure mode so bad, and at that point, it had finally clicked with me that was what we were getting. I mean, maybe not to the full extent with Subspace Emissary, but this was easily enough for me.
As soon as the song kicks in and we get that pan shot of the vast canyon, you're just like, it's time. It's time. Oh, my goodness.
And to me, the thing that made this so great is something I like Subspace Emissary. I mean, I go back usually once or twice a year and I replay Subspace. I enjoy it. But the reason I enjoy it is because it's all we had, right? I don't particularly enjoy the platforming levels in Subspace. I think what they're doing here, where it's missions on an overworld map, that is way more attuned to my taste. And I think the artwork on the map, all the cool little different areas.
Oh, yeah.
And the way it changes based on the character you're using. I love that when you're in space, you're in the Great Fox and you're exploring outer space. Or I love that when you're in the water, you switch to Pokemon Trainer and throw his Lapras out. It's great.
So extra.
It's so great.
Oh,
and that to me is something I hated about Subspace. It was all these pyramids and very bizarre looking original characters, which are fine, but at the same time, it's if you have all these Nintendo characters in one place, utilize them. And so now we have these giant bosses. We're going to have Rathalos and Dracula and Gallium from Subspace. I mean, it's going to be so great. I know I'm going to love World of Light, and I think that intro cutscene really just sets up what's to come with it. And, I don't think we're going to get too many other cutscenes.
I'm in the same boat.
I think probably we'll just get one big one at the ending. We'll get the big first opening one and then the big ending cutscene. But that's fine. That's all I really need. Because unless there's there probably will be in-game cutscenes, right? We saw that a little bit.
With Gallium. Towards
Gallium. So there'll be a couple in-game cutscenes, but that's really all I need. I just want to see the characters interacting. I love seeing Sonic reaching out his hand to go save Pikachu. I love
my heart.
Doctor Strange seeing the million different ways this can happen, but he knows the only way to save it is Kirby, so he puts Speed Monado on Kirby and he goes flying out. Or there's all of the other cool things you see in the trailer. I love it. Seeing Bayonetta escaping with the Witch Time and then looking over the side and then getting hit with it again, or Snake in his cardboard box. The Inklings jumping into the ink because they're what do we do? I don't know. Let's hide. And
Captain Falcon's trying to dip in his F-Zero machine.
It's so good. It's
how
so
Link's shield is the only thing that could have actually projected a freaking one of the lasers.
Goes back. Ooh. Oh, so good.
Give him a pot lid. He'd still do it.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't. He didn't parry it correctly. It's okay.
Anybody who's a fan of Kid Icarus Uprising, too, the little thing that was in there where first you see Pit and Dark Pit using the power of flight.
Oh, yeah.
Palutena gets blown away, and the two of them look at each other shit, and they both fall, and you just see the light attacking them. Oh, so good.
I see nobody mentioning that, and I love Kid Icarus Uprising, so I love that
Honestly,
little nod.
When Palutena got taken out, I got really scared because I was a whole god just died.
Rosalina. I like that Rosalina was paired with Diddy Kong, too, by the way. You have a god of space next to this little monkey in a jetpack. And he's flying off, and then he's just I don't know what we're going to do, and they both get taken out.
One thing I really liked about the way they kind of set up the story of World of Light is that Sakurai is not necessarily changing the lore, but he's going back to the kind of lore of Smash 64 where the characters are toys, and I like that a lot more.
I do too.
Obviously, he probably did that because trophies were removed entirely from the game, which is understandable, but I think this is a better direction. The characters feel more organic in the places, in the Smash world itself. And I had another thought. Hold on. Oh, the villain.
I thought you were going to say Wii Fit Trainer tried it, because a lot of people were what's she doing yoga?
She's trying to stay calm.
Well, no. Well, it might have been that. But what somebody pointed out is that the move she's doing has invincibility frames in Wii U and 3DS.
She's trying to block it.
She's trying to block it using her invincibility frames.
She's trying to Olimar whistle.
Exactly. You could read it as her trying to stay calm if you're just like looking at it from the Wii Fit Trainer perspective. But if you're a competitive player, you're like, oh, she's trying to hit the invincibility right now. It's really cool. That was really a nice little touch of Sakurai's.
I love it.
Oh man.
So if you've been on the website since all of this kind of came out, they did announce the name of the villain.
Gallium. Gallium, right?
It's Galeem.
Galeem.
Galeem. And another thing on the website, on the music page, is there's a little star on the music page up by Lifelight's the main theme, and you can click on it and displays the lyrics. And I started thinking about the name Galeem. It's World of Light, and that could be like gleam as in
gleam.
glimmering light.
Oh.
Wordplay is insane here.
Yeah, I think there's a little punniness going on. The word gleam is also in the lyrics of Lifelight.
Where are the lyrics, by the way? Because I'm clicking on the star, but I don't see it.
It's like the upper right of the word Lifelight. The star is actually spinning and blinking.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Weave into a spire of flame, distant sparks call to a past unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of light. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. Boom, 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 boom. I see it now.
So I think obviously there's a theme of light going on right now. So we don't know the full extent of what all that means. But I wanted to point out that the story mode's called World of Light. The enemy's name has something to do with gleaming light, and also he destroyed the goddess of light. So
I feel like Sakurai
big
secretly
theme.
just really wants to make a Smash Brothers anime after all this is over, and this is just him dipping his toe into the whole storyboarding thing.
Please.
And something I'm surprised you didn't bring up is that the Japanese name for World of Light, when reversed, is Kirby's Dream Land. So it's Hoshino.
Really?
Yeah, so when you
Wow.
reverse the name, I forgot what the Japanese thing is. Let me look this up. Hold on. Somebody tweeted this at me. Hoshino Kirby World of Light. Let me type this in.
Honestly,
Kirby's name is in the
Sakurai is
title?
treating his
Yep,
child
yeah,
so
so it
well.
says, look, here we go. It says, Japanese title of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World of Light contains secret Kirby reference. So it says, Nintendo Soup Reader Byakuya pointed out to us that the Japanese title for World of Light is, I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, Tomoshibi no Hoshi, which could be reversed to read as Hoshino Kabi. While the meanings aren't the same, it sounds like Hoshino Kabi, the official title of the Kirby series in Japan, which explains why Kirby was also the last one.
Smash Brothers is just a Kirby game, man.
That's amazing.
It's a Kirby game.
Sakurai doesn't like making sequels, but he never gave up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Sakurai also mentioned that, well, I guess the press release that released afterward mentioned that they're keeping a lot of things in regards to World of Light a secret. And I just wanted to kind of get some of your guys' thoughts, pick your brain a little bit. What do you think is hidden in that mode? What kinds of things haven't we seen?
Oh man, there's probably so much stuff in there, man. I hope the leakers don't get to it. Oh man.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think a lot of it won't be anything leakers really care about, though. I think leakers care more about like characters. And character files and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm guessing bosses is probably one of the big things. Because we've only really seen a couple, and we know if he's implementing bosses into the story mode, there's probably quite a few of them.
We know of
the Rathalos fight and the Dracula fight are going to be in there. That character from Brawl.
Master Hand and Galeem, I would assume, would have his own fight.
Right, so those 5, at least, I'm assuming.
And Petey got transferred into Piranha Plant's Final Smash, so maybe like some other stuff. Maybe like we might fight Rayquaza again, who knows?
I was just going to say
or
Rayquaza,
like some other legendary Pokemon.
Yeah. Throw Giratina in there in the Distortion world, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd fit right into the theming of the whole mode, too, so that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Queen. That'd be great.
One thing I noticed during the opening cinematic is that they were all Master Hands. I didn't see a single Crazy Hand in the group.
No.
Because they were all
just Master Hands unraveling.
Right hands.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe Galeem is just Crazy Hand in disguise, finally getting his vengeance for playing second fiddle.
We're all going to start crying as soon as all this is over. It's going to all connect in some wild way. It's going to be insane.
Ends up being like Taboo's father or something, and Taboo flies in at the ending and stops him. Yeah.
No, it's going to go live action like Lego movie, and then Sakurai's literally just going to have a glove and just take it off.
Yeah.
And then he's going to put it on our desk and walk out of the room.
If that's how it ends, like,
that'd be so cool.
Like the toys on the desk and then the door shuts. Oh my god, I'd probably cry again.
He's just gonna lay down and fall asleep.
I love it.
Finally rest.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would cry again for sure.
It'd be great.
All right, so how about we talk about let's talk about online real quick. How about that? Because that's actually really exciting and scary at the same time.
I gotta be honest, I was kind of impressed with what they had to say. I don't know where you guys kind of fall in that.
I like how it's being executed.
I'm the middle. So I'm going to let you guys take this one because you sound more positive about me on this. I'm
all right, so
I'm kind of like middling on it.
So honestly, I'm more surprised that they didn't announce the global smash test at this, because they can show us the online and the lobby system and all of this global ranking stuff and the elite status, but if it doesn't play smooth, it don't matter at the end of the day. That's all it comes down to. So that's pretty much the only thing I'm scared about. But the whole like choose how you want to play and then we'll try to find someone that wants to play the same way as you type of thing, that's fine with me. I'm good with that.
That aspect of it, I think, is really cool. And I do like the spectator lobbies and where you have the stands where it's kind of like Dragon Ball Fighters and
the battle arenas.
Fighting games. Yeah, exactly. Like, I like that a lot. But my concern is that, and we talked about this a little bit on the one I just did with Josh, too. It's that if people don't get connected to people who have the same type of like rule set as you do, or at least similar, and there's just not enough people who are playing in your region, you'll end up having to play against people who do have items on when you don't want items on, or with Final Smashes on when you don't want Final Smashes on. And I do think it's going to have to come down to the competitive community making a consensus about what is the rule set we want to play with, and then everybody who wants to play competitively setting that exact rule set so they all match up with each other.
That's kind of why
it's going to be for glory straight up, like just 1v1 stock. That's it.
I'm fighting for 3 stuff.
That's how I took it. Yeah, so the way I took it is with the elite thing, separating for fun and for glory, I actually think was a good idea. I think making it, like, not separating it, combining them, I should say, into just one thing with a rule set is a good idea. I think having them separate before wasn't, because then if you're playing on for fun, you're never going to really get people.
Yeah, because no one's going to it.
Exactly. And when you play for glory, there's people who are going to be spamming, or there's going to be people who are dropping out, the tryhards, exactly. So I think this will be a good way to sort of set it up where then, okay, you are actually good at Smash Brothers. Now you get into this elite mode where you can play with people who are like legitimately good, no question about it. And then that's how you're going to, gauge your rank. And I think it'll be good for us content creators too, because then we'll be able to do streams like, Road to Elite mode, where we'll be battling people online and changing our rule sets. So I do want to ask you a question though.
Sure.
While we're on this topic, both of you. Are you going to be Team Final Smash Meter on or Team Final Smash Meter off? Because based on Treehouse Live, it looks to me like Final Smashes with the meters aren't actually broken. It seems like they are legitimately a lot weaker when you play with meter on. And I kind of feel like the new meta, the new wave for this game is going to be 3 stock meter on, maybe like 5 or 6 minutes.
I saw them playing. When you die with your meter all the way up and you have the final smash, you lose like half your meter.
Yes,
then you have to build it back up again.
Exactly.
I don't know where I stand on this yet. Just for a lack of information, I will agree with you. Like watching the Treehouse stream, they did look a lot weaker than that initial look we got in the August Direct. Yeah. I'm still a little worried because Sakurai, he intends for Final Smash meter to be for casual play. He's not toting it for something for competitive. And I think we've learned after the last week to, trust what Sakurai says. That said, if we can make a case for it and it could work, I am 100% down with Final Smash meter. It really depends on how it works out. They got the elite Smash thing where they're going to be using the data from those matches to make patch decisions and balance adjustments. So I'm wondering, like, if they see potential as far as the development team is concerned, if they see potential for Final Smash meter being in competitive play, maybe they'll make the tweaks that could make that possible. So
I need to check again really quick. I don't know. I didn't see what the settings were when you were like choosing how you want your matches to be online. I saw it was like either just stock time
or stamina was there too,
like that, and stamina was there.
Yeah.
Items on. I think you can maybe. Can you edit the items? Or are there specific items?
There was like 6 tabs you could select from, like
for items. Yeah.
There was the Dragoon parts, the Smash Ball. There was Pokeballs, assist trophies, and then there was a section called Other. Though I don't know if you can edit the other section individually. That might just be everything on or off.
It was funny to me that he put like the Dragoon parts and the Kid Icarus Uprising item where you collect 3 of them as separate tabs. Because to me, if I do play with items on, I usually play with items on, but only Pokeballs, Master Balls, assist trophies, and then the collectible parts like the Dragoon parts or the Kidikris thing. And all the other items I usually just turn off.
Well, it's set up perfectly for you then.
I know, seriously. It's like he already put that in there. He's clearly knew there were other people like me out there who only want to play with certain items that obviously there's been a lot of work put into. So
yeah, I feel like one thing that Sakurai's trying to do with the whole not having for fun and for glory separate is, I think his mindset in his head is, if you like playing Smash, you'll play Smash anyway.
Exactly.
So if you're good and you get items, you'll kill them with items. If you're good with items and they're off, you gotta adjust with no items.
Exactly.
So like I feel like he's just like, play whatever comes your way, and then when you're good enough, then you can just go straight up. If you're elite, you're usually playing with no items anyway. So then maybe that'll just switch and you can just play straight up that way. And your global Smash ranking's high enough.
I'll be okay with it if like 85% of my matches are my preferred rules. That's fine. Like I don't have any complaints.
Yeah, same. I don't really mind.
But if we're dipping down to like 50%, then I might start having some issues. That said, the competitive community, while small compared to casual play, a lot of casual players also adopt their rule set. So I don't think it'll be that hard to find matches that, tune to my needs. Maybe as a casual player, it might be harder to find a match. That's actually the real question, is like, which side is it going to be harder to find matches for?
Although then at that point, I guess it just comes down to just make a room. Because the room system, I think, is just so good now. They're just like, if you can't find a person, just get a friend and make a room.
And to be fair, this isn't the Wii U era. Everybody has a Switch.
Yeah.
So it's like you'll be able to play with friends and make a room. They'll see you're online and then just like have your friends switch out using those little tokens.
That said, I still don't have trouble finding matches on For Glory on Wii U. That's probably because it's the most recent Smash. That might change after Ultimate comes out.
So, fun fact, I talked about this with Josh too. I have not played the Wii U version of Smash Brothers, I think, in like 2 years. But I still, to this day, every day, play on 3DS. So
and there's still people online,
there's still people online playing, exactly.
Well, those Mario's doing up.
I'm sorry for the 3DS joke and the 50 fact extravaganza. I love the 3DS version. I also love Fire Emblem characters, by the way.
Fine. I mean, I understand why people would want to play the Wii U version more because it's on a TV and it's HD. But for me, I'm on the go all the time. I'm traveling to events. I like playing Smash on the go. And if it's the same game, but it's just graphically not as good, but it has Smash Run and not garbage Smash Tour,
right,
I'm going to play the 3DS version. And the trophies in the 3DS version are better because they've got like the weird random old Game Boy.
Yeah.
It also has the better version of Classic Mode. I hated Classic Mode in Wii U.
It did. It really did.
The stages are the stages are unequivocally way better in the 3DS version. Like if you even look at the stages in Ultimate that were brought back from Smash 4, most of them are 3DS stages. Like Spirit Tracks, Gerudo Valley, Magic Hand, Find Me, Tomodachi Life, the Nintendog stage, all the
Game Boy Kirby level. Ooh.
Game Boy Kirby level, the Super Nintendo F-Zero level. Like there are a couple good ones from the Wii U version too, of course. But most of the stages from Smash 4 that were brought back were from 3DS.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm so happy to see those in HD because...
Me too.
I mean, I'll admit, I sold my copy of Smash 3DS years ago, back when I was still a college boy with no money because I needed to buy Mario Maker.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Where was I? Where were we?
I recently got rid of mine because I'm just like, I can wait the last month. I'm just gonna... And plus Pokemon comes out in 2 weeks. I can wait. I can wait for sure. Let's
I did have a question about battle arenas really quick. During the direct, there, like when he's setting up the rules for the battle arena, there was an option to switch it from public to friends. So is this like something that you can search for on a drop down list? Because like if this means I can play Smash with our community like in a really easy way, that'd be great.
Yeah, I actually don't know for sure. Maybe it is similar to Mario Kart. That would make sense. I mean,
yeah, because you could probably just have a public lobby, then you could probably have a friends lobby with a password, and then you can have like probably it'd be really cool if it was like Mario Party where it could just be like a straight up tournament and people could just come in and just fight and build points or something like that. But
well, actually, I'm thinking about it. Probably even more than Mario Kart. It's probably more like ARMS is. Where ARMS, you have like the party lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Randomly jump online with anybody.
Just jump
in. If you have a friend lobby, the little circles show up, and then your other friends will all get matched with your friends, and then they can play with each other in between the matches.
And
so maybe it's something similar to
you
that.
could also go into a public lobby with your friends, and that
exactly.
That's specifically what I want to be possible. That's my one hope for Battle Arena. If we can't do that, I'll be a little sad. And I'm also a little sad that you can't do doubles co-op with randoms from 2 different switches. You can only do it from the same switch.
Yeah, yeah.
So a little bummed about that.
Yeah, so she can't do like friendly co-op online. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
I
my one
actually
wish.
need to practice my 2v2 game, to be honest.
2v2 is a lot of fun, man. Doubles are fun.
Yeah.
We can play with
Especially,
Team Attack on now.
That's true. I'm a Game & Watch main, so for me, doubles is where I flourish. So
I recently added Game & Watch to my reservoir of characters, so maybe we should team up sometime.
I'm down. It's funny. Did you guys do your post your ultimate rosters yet? That meme that's going
Yeah,
on?
I did,
I've been
yeah.
seeing that circulate a lot.
Because to me, I've been Game & Watch since Melee, so that's not changing. I'm going to stay Game & Watch as my main. But my other main, I think this game is going to be Isabelle. After watching the Nintendo Direct footage and being an enormous fan of Animal Crossing, I think I'm going to have to stick with Isabelle. But I am curious, like, what other characters are you interested in trying? Because for secondaries for me, Pokemon Trainer, Snake, K. Rool, they're all jumping out at me. What about you guys?
After that Direct, I'm going to have to add Incineroar to that list because he looks so much fun to play with.
Yeah.
Try him out.
I also want to try the Belmonts. I like the idea of having a really range-filled moveset, and that's like a safe ranged moveset.
Yeah.
With the whip distance. I think those are 2 of my most hyped like newcomers to try out right now. What about you, David?
So my squad smash 5 team right now is Yoshi, DK, Bowser, Pac-Man, Pokemon Trainer.
Nice.
But I have a whole bunch of alternates now with Inkling, Daisy, Ice Climbers, Isabelle, and Piranha Plant. But then I just have a whole bunch of other characters that I can just also use. But those are like the top 10 that I'm probably going to practice the most with. Like I said, day 1, I'm probably going to like go to Nintendo New York for the launch. And I'm going to have my Inkling and Isabelle amiibos in my bag. So as soon as I get it, just pop that on there and be like, we practicing, boys.
I'm going to have to like lock my Ike amiibo in a box somewhere because I'm going to be really tempted to unlock him on day 1.
No.
So this is my
main.
main.
I know for a fact. I mean, I've got... Here, I'll pull this out right now. Look at this. You're getting an exclusive.
Oh, boy.
I know this is weird. Everybody keeps them in boxes. I don't. I'm one of the few Nintendo YouTubers who always opens up my amiibos. I throw the boxes away. I don't care.
Me too.
This is my amiibo collection. I've got my full little thing filled with all of them. So I'm going to have to unlock the Mii Fighter right away because there's my little custom Mii Fighter from Gonda Chris.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that's clean.
With my logo on it. So I got to do that. I definitely am going to unlock the Inkling right away because the Splatoon thing. But where's Mr. Game & Watch? Here we go. This is the guy I'm going to need to tap on the second I get the game. I'm going to need to play through World of Light with Kirby and Game & Watch. That's the canon. That's the story. Kirby and Game & Watch take on the world in World of Light. It's not just Kirby.
Yeah, like my big main of all time since Brawl is Ike, and that I don't see that changing. Especially all the good news I've been hearing about Ike since the demo build.
Oh yeah, he's amazing in the demo, and they have the 2 different versions of him: the Radiant Dawn one and the Path of Radiance one. He's gonna be great.
Hey, Brandon, real quick, check the connection on your end. We got people saying there's a little bit of lag going on. In the stream over there.
Sorry, let me fix it if I can. Like I said, I've been fighting with it.
Let's see this.
Oh no.
People are laughing in the chat talking about the Smash anime. They want that to happen.
I've wanted a Smash anime for a long time.
Hold on, let's see if...
Oh yeah, my upload dropped like a rock.
I'm going to type in, is it better now?
Please? The internet gods are not blessing me.
Sora says, I thought it was just my internet being dumb. It snapped.
Can you guys still hear us? If you can hear us, at least we've got that.
Hopefully.
Now my upload is going like 3 times faster than I have it set to, so I don't know what's happening.
YouTube kind of freaks out sometimes when you do these live streams.
Okay, I think it leveled out.
Okay, cool, good.
Okay, sweet. Hopefully we'll stop being frozen, but at least you guys can hear us. Did we want to move on and start talking about the assist trophy deconfirm wave?
Yes, we'll fly through this.
That honestly was very painful. I felt it in my heart. I felt bad. I was just, when that was happening, I was just literally audibly going, everyone's going to be so mad. Everyone's gonna be so mad.
I'll admit I was a little hurt when I saw Isaac, and I'm gonna admit I've never actually played Golden Sun, but I really wanted Isaac because I wanted that exposure. But it's okay, like, maybe next time. And then we also got Black Knight, which I wasn't super hyped about, but like I was like, he could be a cool echo for Ike. Ike's my main, so as many Ikes as I can get, I'm fine with.
Exactly.
And then we also found out that Skull Kid is coming back as a assist trophy on the website.
Which was weird then. Why separate him and the moon that was just weird to me.
In Wii U, he didn't even use the moon in his ability. No. He like flipped the stage upside down.
Which I guess he's gonna do in this one too. So.
Yeah, so that's a bum, but it is what it is. We
the
also
only ones that really hurt me were Shadow and Skull Kid. Those two in particular, I was like, man, I would have loved Shadow in there as an echo for Sonic, and I think Skull Kid had so much potential as a playable fighter, and I think Zelda really does need another one.
Zelda just hasn't had a new rep for a long time.
Yeah.
So that hurts a little bit, and I saw you get a little hurt when that Rex costume showed up on screen.
Oh, a little? I mean, I uploaded that as a standalone reaction. It was such a big deal. Dude, when he was like, sorry, we're not going to put Rex in the roster, I thought, oh, maybe Pyra will be in it still. Maybe Pyra and Mithra will be playable characters. Everybody likes them anyway. And then we saw the spirits for them, which I guess doesn't deconfirm anything because there are spirits for characters like K. Rool and Wii Fit Trainer and stuff.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily deconfirm them as being future DLC, but him saying it was too late to add Rex into the roster says to me that even if the DLC isn't already done at this point and they're going to start working on it as soon as the game is over, they do probably have a rough plan for who they're going to put in as DLC.
I wouldn't even be surprised if that was like they probably had a list of under consideration when the final document was submitted. And they're probably going to end up pulling from that, which I assume is why characters like Isaac and Shadow have already been deemed assist trophies because they already know who they're planning on. But given that, like, he said that Rex didn't quite make the cut, that means he didn't make the cut at this point. He could still come as DLC.
Well, I don't know.
I wouldn't put too much stock in that, though.
I don't know. Maybe. I hope you're right. I really, truly pray and hope you're correct, but I don't think that's the case. And I'm certainly not going to hype myself up like the Grinch leakers did, where they were like, oh, we're definitely getting Banjo now. Like, I don't want to do that to think like, oh, just because he's a Mii Fighter costume, maybe he still has a chance. I just want to resign myself to the fact that Rex and Pyra is not happening until the next mainline Smash.
Do you think because of like the Torna DLC, like they might use another driver? And Blade instead?
now.
Oh, you
turn
Roger on.
Throw Jin in there with Mithra, and it's done. Throw Adam, bro. Oh my God! If you put Adam in there with Mithra, it's over. It's over.
So I haven't played the Torna DLC yet.
Please.
Dude,
oh my,
do people like Adam more than Rex? Because I know people are kind of lukewarm on Rex.
Adam's amazing. His character design's amazing. He's a cool guy. He's got Pyra and Mithra with her. I mean, it's gotta happen, man. It's gotta happen. We gotta get Adam with Mithra. Please.
I would accept that because like I like Rex, but Pyra and Mithra are easily the more interesting part of the trio.
Definitely. And you throw them in there already because they're with Adam.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Speaking of which, I still have like 30 hours of Xenoblade 2 to finish. I have to get on that. Well, speaking of DLC characters, it's a little early to speculate. Well, I guess before we do that, Piranha Plant.
No, it's not. I'm literally about to do a DLC speculation video with Stealth the second this ends. So it's definitely not too early.
But before we get into that, how do you guys feel about Piranha Plant?
I dig it.
Concise, I love it.
I don't get butthurt over stuff like that, so I'm good. I'll take him. He's free, so like we're basically all gonna get him because it's like on the site it said if you register him by January 31st, so literally everyone will have him when he's available. So you're not losing anything.
And he clarified it's a bonus. He's not one of the 5 DLC characters. So the second he said that, I was like, well, this is awesome then. This is like his little funny little troll character to throw in as free DLC, but he still looks amazing. He still looks like a really cool character.
The Nintendo website also confirmed he actually will come with a stage and music as well.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're getting an additional stage with Piranha Plant when he comes out.
Wait. Where did it say that?
If you go to the store page or like the eShop page for it and scroll down, there's a lot of text, but you'll find it in there if you like Control F and search for it. It says something like Piranha Plant is coming. an additional stage and some music tracks.
Wait.
Specifically where they say that you can buy him
Learn
later.
more. Yeah. How to get Piranha Plant. Register your game and he'll join the battle. How to get him.
It's on the eShop page for it.
So we got a couple of people in the chat saying being a spirit means you're automatically deconfirmed. I do not think that is the case.
King K. Rool has a spirit.
Yeah,
the spirits are so insignificant. They that does not deconfirm anybody.
And,
it's like being a stick.
Mark my word.
It doesn't do anything.
When you play classic mode with a character, you will unlock their spirit for the spirits collection. Because you won't unlock a trophy anymore. They got to give you something.
So it says Piranha Plant will join the battle when it's available around February 2019. Buy the digital version of Smash Bros. Ultimate by January 31st to get him, or buy the retail version and register the game card with My Nintendo. A download code for the Piranha Plant DLC will be sent to the email associated with your Nintendo account within 48 hours. He will also be available as paid DLC separate from the Fighter Pass content at a later time. And then it goes on to talk about the Fighter Pass content, and it says each of the Fighter Pass DLC will include a stage and music. So it's not saying Piranha Plant has a stage and music. It's saying
it's not this
Fighter
page,
Pass
though.
DLC.
Hold on.
I'm looking at the eShop page right now.
I might be on the wrong page, but I was definitely on the website earlier because I quoted it in our Discord server.
Oh.
That PD Piranha Final Smash is like clean as all heck, though.
What would his stage be?
I mean, I don't know, but just the idea that he still comes with a stage is cool. I think I sent
what if his
on my phone. Give me a
stage
sec.
is the stadium from Brawl, from Subspace, where PD Piranha fought Mario and Kirby?
That would be dope.
I would love that. That would be awesome. That would be really, really cool.
It'd be a niche pull, but
I would love that. I would like the volcano from Paper Mario where you battle the giant piranha plant.
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah. Sick. Or like the sewers from Yoshi's Island.
Or like some just toxic forest or something. Like,
yeah, I'd love that. Yeah. I'd love that.
Let's start talking about some potential DLC characters. I'm going to keep looking for that quote, see if I made it up.
Banjo is not dead. There's still hope. I am keeping the dream alive. Banjo might still come. Here's
my thoughts on this. VergeBen, who's the guy who got literally everything right about this, from Simon Belmont and Ridley pre-launch to now Incineroar being in the game, he's gotten pretty much everything right. Mentioned there's only two things he's heard that have not yet come true, and that there is a Square Enix character, another Square Enix character that will be added, and that there's going to be some type of Minecraft content in the game. So what that says to me is he didn't clarify if Steve would be in it. He just said there'd be Minecraft content. And because these DLC packs maybe don't necessarily have to have stages that correlate to the characters, because they did that with like Mario Maker. There were like older characters that came back and then they threw in the Mario Maker stage. Maybe we'll get Banjo-Kazooie as a character and then a Minecraft stage, because they're both Microsoft IPs.
Yeah.
With then maybe like Banjo and Minecraft music to go along with it. And then the Square Enix character, I mean, we're probably going to get the announcement of the first DLC character in the big January Direct, right? So January is when Kingdom Hearts is coming out. Who knows? Anything is possible now.
Don't tease me like that, please.
If they put Sora in the game, I don't know. I'm kind of Team Sora now. I feel like Sora maybe has a chance.
I feel like they would drop Sora and also put like the whole Kingdom Hearts, the story so far series on Switch, because it's totally possible. I could totally see it happening.
Put like Final Remix or something on there. Not Final Remix. What's it called? Like 1 and 2 HD 0.5 72 remix or whatever. Yeah, throw that on Switch.
Oh, internet would. Oh man, 2019 would be insane if that actually happened.
Yeah.
I would cry. The $25 for the whole DLC set. That's like stupid cheap.
Yeah, compared to like Street Fighter that has it.
Like I haven't even bought Dragon Ball FighterZ because I don't want to pay for all that DLC.
What is Dragon Ball FighterZ price?
I think it's like.
I thought it was 60, wasn't it?
It's for the DLC.
Oh, it's $35 for the DLC.
Oh, that's not that bad, I guess. It's still, we're getting a lot more content for cheaper, but
yeah,
I don't know. Beyond Minecraft and Square Enix, I'm not really sure. Well, that's not true. One thing I think that's pretty much a lock would be a Monster Hunter character. I think because we already have Rathalos in the game. And he obviously likes Monster Hunter. It's a franchise that's popular in Japan. And they have a good relationship with Capcom because we already have Mega Man, Ryu, and Ken in the game. So if they're going to throw in somebody, maybe throw in a Monster Hunter with a full Monster Hunter stage for then the Rathalos, and then we get all the Monster Hunter music. That'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool.
So to clarify, I did find the page where I read that on, and that page has been edited since then.
Oh, so then there you go. Yeah, so it's probably not.
But before it said Piranha Plant together with a new stage and music tracks will be available for purchase as DLC in the future, but that is now gone.
Huh. Got it.
So that could have just been a mistake. So sorry if I instilled hope in you guys.
I was really hoping for that Volcano Piranha Plant stage. Oh well.
So I'm with you on Monster Hunter. I feel like Monster Hunter was one of those characters who may have been considered for the initial roster and then got cut later, which is why we actually have content for it in the game right now.
Yep.
So Rathalos was obviously going to be part of the World of Light mode, and that's not content that they would want to cut.
Right.
So Monster Hunter, I definitely think, is one of those 5. I would be surprised if it wasn't.
I agree.
And that is not biased, by the way. It's only a little biased.
I also think, like, for these DLC packs, they're going to want to do franchises that are already in Smash. Because it would make sense. You would get the stage representing the franchise, the character, and then the music. So it doesn't just feel like how some of the characters felt in Wii U, where they were just tossed in there and they didn't really have anything representing them.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like each of these characters has a home stage to go to, along with their own music tracks, and becomes fully integrated into the game itself. So Monster Hunter, I think, is a good one. I mean, I don't know how popular the franchise is, but beyond Spirits, we don't really have anything for Rhythm Heaven. So I would love to see like Chorus Kids or Karate Joe or something. That'd be pretty neat.
I was really hoping for Chorus Kids to be in the game because I love the Rhythm Heaven series, and I was just imagining a moveset based around like rhythm-based attacks, similar to how I kind of imagined Paper Mario being integrated with like if his side smash was the hammer, and you did the side smash and it did a little doot 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 doot, and then you got like the little star with the damage number in it. But as far as Rhythm Heaven is concerned, like if we don't get a character, I would still like a stage at the very least because I think that has a lot of potential. You get a lot of dancing characters in the front and back, or maybe you'll have like there's that one mini game where like the schoolboy is trying to get romantic with the girl on the bench
the
and
soccer ball?
The soccer ball one, yeah. And I could just imagine the soccer balls coming in and like hitting characters and blasting them off the screen. Just fun stuff like that.
That would be super fun. I'd love that. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, check your connection one more time, please.
I don't know why it's doing this. I think actually OBS might be the issue right now. Because it just went from like 242 kbps all the way to like 60,000.
Oh.
And I am not the one doing that, I assure you.
Weird. Yeah, I'm checking. The stream seems fine to me. I don't know. It is buffering right now, though.
Yeah, it seems to like stop and start. Hold on, I'm gonna just turn off the background animation real quick.
Please
That
understand.
might be causing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the like I was worried. I was like, maybe we should pre-record this, and wasn't sure, but it looked like it was working, and I was like, okay, let's roll with it.
Well,
Looks like they're saying it's back now.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so it probably is that animated background then. It's taking up too much of your CPU. You got to stop using it. Just keep it on like just a still image of the grid, and you'll be good.
Yeah, I just gotta find it in my hard drive really quick.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, we can keep talking. I have it turned off right now, so hopefully it'll get a little better.
Sure. I mean, what else do you want to talk about in terms of... Conman, you haven't really said what DLC characters you want other than Banjo.
Oh, okay. Let's see. If we have to go DLC, I'm all for Monster Hunter. I feel like, which I wouldn't actually mind, if Sakurai was just like, you'll get a Monster Hunter in Palico form, and they just give us like a feline instead and armor or something like that. Like, I would take that for sure. But like using a Monster Hunter using Great Sword, it pretty much just be an Inkling, but with like actual sharp weapons. Honestly, I'm really hyped for that. Banjo and Kazooie, their moveset is set. I think Rayman and like Ubisoft and Nintendo have been so buddy lately. I feel like they could just put Rayman in Smash Brothers at this point. Like there is no reason that he should not be in Smash at all.
I've got myself convinced that they might go with a Rabid.
I was just gonna say that. Don't you think at this
too.
point the Rabbids would be the one that's in it? Especially if we just have like a Piranha Plant as a character.
Because they put Rabbid Peach in as a spirit.
Throw Rabbid in there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, it's pretty crazy that Rabbid Peach is in as a spirit. That just shows how good their relationship is right now. Let's see. Another character from me. I mean, for the Square Enix rep, like, I know the majority of the community probably wants Gino, but I know in my heart that I'm a big Chew, big Key boy, and I need my boy Sora.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather have Sora than Gino too, because I think Sora would represent. Gino would be cool. Obviously, Mario RPG is a great game, but I think Sora could really represent the Kingdom Hearts franchise as a whole. And like, imagine what the stage would be like, because the two games that were on Nintendo platforms were Dream Drop Distance and Chain of Memories. I'm imagining like Namine's room from Chain of Memories, that all white place.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, it would look so good. And then you have like Ansem and stuff in the background. Oh, it'd be sick. Organization 13 sitting up on their thrones and they all jump down and like attack you.
Oh, the stage would be wild.
It would be wild. Dude.
You could almost use Castle Oblivion since Castle Oblivion has the ability to turn like any room into any place. It could be a traveling stage. Well, traveling stage, but transforming.
A literal transforming stage.
Yeah, cool. I can't get past Sora. I need my Key boy.
And also, keep going.
The funny thing about that, Roger, is like the last time we had you on, and Sora was my like number one. I hadn't finished the Kingdom Hearts series. I'd only played the first game, and since then I've played the entire series.
Getting ready for Kingdom Hearts 3 then.
Oh yeah,
of course.
I could also see them doing what's his name, Neku from the World Ends With You.
That could be a cool choice.
Mean, don't say that to me, because that's one of my favorite games of all time. So that's something that's like that. Even
like
though
the
World Ends With You,
music. Oh, the God. Music.
I mean, World Ends With You is legitimately one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. And they just released Final Remix on Switch. They're trying to make a new one. Like, they even mentioned that if Final Remix sells well enough, they'll make a sequel. There's new content in there. Neku is firmly placed as a Nintendo exclusive Square Enix character. Like, please, if you put Neku in there and you do the Shibuya crossing and you have calling in the background and the Reaper's flying, that's godlike. Like,
it's done.
That's absolute dream scenario for me. If they threw Neku in there, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
So before we wrap up, I should ask you guys, what mode or what area of Smash are you probably going to spend the most time in?
Online, for sure. Not even a question. Yeah. I'll be playing online. Yeah.
If the online holds up, I'm for sure going to be in there more than I was on the other games for sure. But the first weekend, Smash is probably going to get most of my attention. But also, I'm probably going to put most of my time solo into World of Light until I finish that. Like, I don't know how long it's going to be. Yeah. Like, it might actually be pretty long, to be honest. Like, who knows?
Wasn't Subspace like 12 to 15 hours, right?
It's pretty long, yeah.
But the grind they're going to have us do with the spirits might be insane for some of this.
I will definitely play World of Light first above everything. Like, I will play through it and unlock everything first. And then I'll probably get into the online. But I think long-term, online is going to be where it's at for me. I think that's where I'm going to be spending the majority of my time.
I'm pretty much in agreement. Especially if, like, battle arenas allow for, our fans to join and we can play with the community. That's definitely what I want, because there's no online tournament mode like there was in Wii U. And I miss community tournaments. That was the only way to play with like a large group of people. So hopefully this is a suitable replacement. We did have that Japanese pamphlet leak that said 32 players online, so I'm wondering if that's how many people can be in a lobby at once.
Probably.
The only question I have...
I mean, that's plenty, especially if you're you're doing maybe, like, I guess for me, I'll do like sponsor rooms, right? So I'll do like sponsors or moderators, whatever, I'll toss them into the room. Or maybe there'll be like sub-tournaments that I'll have my mods do, where basically you have to win the sub-tournament to come into the tournament that's on my stream. Like, there's a lot of neat ways you can get around it. So
For sure. I think the way I plan on handling it, Logan wants to do like a stream for the Game Awards, just us, talking about all the winners and Jeff Keighley and all the potential cringy stuff that might happen. It always happens.
I'll be there. I'll report on it live for you. I will be there. So
that's such wild timing.
But like in our time zone here, it ends at 9:30, and I will be able to pick up my copy at GameStop at 9. So like,
there you go.
I'm gonna have to like dip during the stream and then come back with Smash, and then like internally debate with myself whether I want to make it # content or go to my basement and just play World of Light by myself.
I think day of, what's probably going to happen for me is I'm going to go to the Game Awards because it's earlier my time. So my time, it's only it's like 5:30 or something. I mean, it's like it happens pretty early in the day.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the Game Awards, come back home. I'll probably have Smash that day because Nintendo will probably either send me a copy or I'll have it pre-ordered or whatever. And then I'll start playing it. But I could start my stream after I get back from the Game Awards. So there's not going to be any overlap for me. It's just going to be like night of, right as soon as I'm back, upload my live reaction of the Metroid Prime 4 trailer or whatever they